can we can we retract that statement? Because I just realized my parents might be watching this.
Wala sila. May asawa ka na naman eh. Nag-matter pa ba yun?
I was in a friends with benefits before. Anyway,
premarital sex is bad. It is very late in the evening. Just wanted to be honest with you guys so that alam natin the expectations. The topic for today is very opposite of what I'm experiencing right now because the movies for this week are about basta friends with benefits.
Wait, why is it opposite to what we're feeling now?
Kasi like friends with benefits like very like tsuktsakan kayo all the way versus me right now. Like I'm pregnant. I am the outcome of I am the end result of the friends with benefits. Ako yung end result. Anyway, so we are discussing two films for this episode and we thought of clumping it together because number one, they were both released in the same year, which is a very strange occurrence in the pop culture space.
Did anyone ever figure out why sabay sila lumabas ng basically the same movie?
I don't know nga eh, but okay, sige, for context, the movies we're talking about are No Strings Attached with Natalie Portman and Ashton Kutcher, and then Friends with Benefits with Justin Timberlake and Mila Kunis.
So both were released in 2011?
Yeah, both were released in 2011, and I'm sure these were in production like maybe let's say a year before 2011. Tapos naalala ko, like 1 month, 2 months apart lang yung film.
Yeah.
Right?
That's right.
And parang, ano ba?
So, sabay talaga silang ginawa.
Exactly.
Do you think they knew during the production process na, oh my God, may karibal tayo, may kalaban tayo?
For sure. I think the studios are talking about it naman. And I think during that time, that conversation of having friends with benefits is also very, like people were talking about it. And then I thought na maybe it has something to do with fuck buddies or FUBU.
Ano bang difference ng FUBU, fuck buddy FUBU from friends with benefits?
From my understanding, friends with benefits, well, you start out as friends and then tsaka lang nagkaroon ng Pag-ibig SSS, PhilHealth, aka the benefits. Versus like fuck buddies, it's more of like we are strangers, just acquaintances, and then we have this arrangement.
Sabi sa internet, basically daw with
sabi sa internet.
Yeah, basically daw with friends.
The Facebook said.
sabi dun sa isang article na basically with friends with benefits, you can imagine yourself going out for coffee after.
You can.
Magko-coffee kayo after mag-sex.
Oh.
Or magbe-breakfast kayo sa Benny's or sa IHOP. Compared sa FUBU na...
Well, I think even fuck buddies get hungry. Right?
Yeah, pero di ba kasi getting breakfast after sex is like more of like an intimate act. So it's not something...
So kung fuck buddy lang, yung joke before, yung sabi nila masarap daw yung pagkain sa sa, what's the hotel? The red one? Sogo? Sogo. Sarap daw yung pansit sa Sogo. So kung friends with benefits kayo, magda-Denny's kayo. Pero pag fuck buddies, pansit lang sa Sogo. Actually, that's the thing. For this episode, I don't have experience with this. Kevin is our point person, our main resource person when it comes to friends with benefits.
No, mine was very, very short actually.
Mamaya mo na ikwento.
I think a few weeks at most.
Okay, mamaya mo na ikwento. Doon na tayo sa like, let's do the whole process. So, I mean, like, maybe two setups. Like, fuck buddies, pretty straightforward. Pero yung friends with benefits kasi, it's much more complicated because there is a relationship, not a romantic relationship, but a relationship to start with. So, question is, ano ba yung parameters? Ano yung criteria to become, to call something a friends with benefits setup?
Una sa lahat, kailangan friends kayo.
Yes.
Pero parang friends kasi hindi naman sinasabi kung how close you are of friends. Pwede namang friends na parang acquaintance lang. So basically talagang...
So hindi kayo friends?
No, I mean you can be friends naman na hindi close. You can be friends
yeah,
na
but,
hindi close.
okay, ano ba yung levels of friendship? Kasi according to The Sims, you have acquaintances, you have friends, you have good friends, and then you have like best friend.
Well, according to research on friends with benefits, the people who answered those, iba-iba talagang degrees of friendship. For some, it's just really more of, okay, we're friends because we know each other, but basically this is more for the sex. For some naman, it's we've been friends for so long and we're both waiting for the right persons in our lives. In the meantime, let's have sex hanggang dumating yung Mr. Right, Miss Right natin.
Okay, Kim Chu.
So yun, marami naman.
Okay. Well, I guess, okay, so you're friends, but I think the other thing is, dapat wala kayong crush sa isa't isa. I don't know if there are friends na may crush dun sa isa, tapos nagko-pros na, uy, friends with benefits tayo.
I think it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. Hindi mas bawal, pero if we're gonna give advice, do not go into friends with benefits for someone you already have feelings for. Kasi at the end of the day, binibreak mo lang yung sarili mong heart. You're just putting yourself at risk for heartbreak.
Malay mo, umaasa sila na
because
after this.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to a friends with benefits thing, that you're hoping for an outcome na maging romantic kayo, I'm telling you, may mga studies nang ginawa, 15%.
Wow.
1-5.
Sabi nino, the Facebook?
No, sabi sa relationship, parang mga journals, scientific journals, na they did interviews of like mga 300 friends with benefits couples, gano'n. And they found out na only 15% would really proceed sa romantic relationship. Majority would remain as friends with benefits or would remain as friends lang.
Ano yung percentage na you won't even come out of it as friends?
Doon sa study, parang less than 10%.
Oh.
So basically, friends with benefits and no strings attached, kayo yung parang the minority.
Yeah, the 15%.
You're basically selling a fake dream for all our friends with benefit couples out there.
Yeah. Yes. And then, okay, the other thing na I think, for it to become, I guess, successful-ish, to be part of the 15%, might be a good idea na hindi nyo kilala yung pamilya ng isa't isa.
Or kung kilala man, parang not on a very intimate level.
Yeah.
I guess idagdag na rin muna natin no, yung hindi kayo magsasnuggle after. Parang ganon.
You know, I was watching a video earlier. There are some who snuggle kasi it's part of like after sex care. There's such a thing eh.
Yeah, pero it increases definitely yung risk na mayroong magka-feeling sa inyo.
Bakit? Is there like a hormone that gets triggered?
Yeah, kasi so basically when you have sex, ang nare-release na hormones dyan are, as mentioned kanina, yung oxytocin, which is like the same hormone that gets released when
the playing with your pets hormone.
Yeah, and more strongly when mothers care for their babies. It's basically the maternal bonding attachment hormone. So number 1 na releasing sa sex. Number 2, dopamine, which is basically the hormone that gets released when you take drugs. It's basically the feel
That's
good.
why it's called dope.
It's called the feel good hormone. Actually, I didn't think about that. It's called dopamine.
Ngayon na nag-connect.
But it's basically the feel-good hormone and it's basically a reward hormone. You actually feel, it's what tells you na, okay, there's pleasure in this. Parang ganun. And then also serotonin, which is the happy hormone. I mean, I'm just, describing this as parang medyo layman terms na, or simplifying it, pero it's basically the happy hormone. Yun yung hormone na kapag depressed yung tao, depleted yung serotonin. So anyway, imagine when you have sex, dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, all of that get amplified. So you're feeling very good about yourself, you're feeling very good about the person. And then there's what you call afterglow, which is basically the time after sex na parang you're still basking in that feel-good thing. And studies show kasi na when you're in that period daw, naglo-lower yung mga, there are certain parts of your brain na nagsha-shut down. So basically, you're less guarded. You're more vulnerable. You share a lot of things to each other. So kung pinapatagal mo yung afterglow, which is the part na nagkakadal kayo, and you become more sensitive and you become more vulnerable to each other, you share more intimate things to each other. I think it's natural na mas malaki yung chance na may isang ma-in-love sa inyo.
Yeah, so is the advice like,
don't cut it.
tsaka and go?
Yeah, I mean, if you really want to keep it strictly friends with benefits at walang mai-in-love.
No, but the thing is,
don't do the vulnerable part.
Don't do the vulnerable part after having sex. But the thing is, you're still friends kasi even after doing the benefit or after availing the benefit.
Yeah, so go out for coffee.
Go
out for coffee,
so
have breakfast.
Isn't that part of basking in the glow?
Iba kasi pa rin yung may physical touch afterwards. Kasi physical touch will continue to stimulate the release of those hormones.
Pero like a conversation won't?
Not as much. Just like for example, di ba, pag mother tsaka baby, di ba, skin to skin contact talaga. And that promotes attachment or bonding behavior. I guess it's the same thing rin naman for sexual partners. Mas may physical touch kayo, mas nare-release yung mga hormones na yun.
Okay, well for their setup, let's do Justin and Mila. With their background, may factor ba kung bakit sila open to a friends with benefit setup, or it's not too complicated? They just wanna really have sex just like they're having tennis, I think. Right? Or do they secretly like each other? They secretly found each other attractive.
Isn't it because they just came from failed relationships?
True.
They both came
They
from
both came
failed
from failed relationships.
So they wanted the good parts of it without the messy parts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like copulation without the obligation.
Isang t-shirt na linya-linya. Okay, well that makes sense because the movie started out that way. And then Natalie and Ashton, oh my god, I remember this film. Si Ashton ba yung nagdala ng balloon?
Yeah, after sex, it's like, congratulations.
Oh my god.
Dinala niya sa hospital. Sa workplace ni Natalie. After they had sex, he brought her balloons.
Yeah, I mean, gets ko yung kay Natalie why she'd want to be in this arrangement. Kasi like, maybe residency, you should just want something practical. You know, si Ashton kasi, like, I don't know why. He's kind of like a softie.
Why what? Why?
Why he wanted to be part of this engagement.
He was drunk kasi that's when he found out na his ex was dating his dad. So nagpakalasing siya. He booty called everybody on his contact list. And I guess that hindi pinakita but the night ended na doon siya sa apartment ni Mila with all the other resident
Natalie.
friends. I mean, Natalie with all the other
and
resident
Greta
friends.
Gerwig. Oh my god, Greta Gerwig was there.
And the
Mindy
office, Mindy
Kaling.
Kaling. Yeah,
Actually,
diba?
medyo mabigat yung cast na tong No Strings Attached. It's funny. No, sorry. How did he get Natalie Portman's number?
He knew Natalie Portman from camp when they were kids. And then in college, they met again in like a frat party.
Yeah.
And then, so nandun siya sa contact list niya, and then he got drunk, he ended up at Natalie's place with all the other co-residents. Nothing happened daw yung night.
Yeah.
He was just,
but like as they were getting
the next
ready.
next morning, yung hindi na siya lasing.
Yeah.
Yun, parang they had sex and then they agreed na it's nothing more. Yeah.
So are you ready to share your story about your personal experience of having a friend with benefit?
No. No. Hindi, wala lang. I think, it was very short. Basically, long story short, it was just a few weeks. I came from a long-term relationship. I had a friend. We came to an agreement. And then weeks into it, I met Min on Bumble. We hit it off. And then Min actually told me, hey, You can continue to you can continue to see
It's true.
you can continue to see other girls even though you and I are seeing each other. Kasi May was like, I understand you came from a long-term relationship and maybe you need this time muna to sort of try being
Thoughtful ko, no?
not committed. And I was like, is this girl bluffing?
I wasn't.
Is this girl bluffing?
For real.
So I actually, my thought process there was, do I continue like just being friends with benefits with this girl and I don't know, maybe even me down the line? Or if this is...
Umasa ka pa rin na be friends with benefits. Maybe main down the line.
But as I got to know you more, I think that's a question on like when do friends with benefits end? But you know it's time to end. I think when usually in a lot of cases when the other person finally meets someone else or is ready already to be in something more romantic or something more committed, which is exactly what happened with me. I met you. I realized you were someone I wanted to be serious with. And when you told me that you feel free to sleep around, ganun, I was like, no, parang I give that up because I do wanna give it a real shot, a genuine shot with you. And that's what happened. And since then, we've never looked back from meeting on Bumble. After I think a month, we agreed to be boyfriend-girlfriend. And then after a few years, we got married and Bumble got us as official endorsers.
We have a billboard. Well, I mean, this is the good... I mean, not naman a good ending, but this is one ending of a friends with benefits situation.
No, it's not a good... it wasn't a good
it's
ending.
not a good ending, but it's one ending na mawala siya completely kasi you
Actually,
chose...
it's one of the most common endings.
Yun nga, it's the 85%.
It's either you stay friends only or
Yun nga, the 85% of the na you stay friends na lang. And then the other ending, which is what happened in the film, is the 15% na mag-end yung friends with benefits arrangement nyo when you're ready to become lovers and not just friends with benefits anymore. So that, I think, that's the next question. Parang that's one of the ways you can break off this type of engagement. Meron pa ba ibang way?
Ako personally, I think end of the day, you just really have to be honest. And then, cut it off clean. Kasi nga, diba, parang, even though it wasn't really that serious, there's still the fact na, yung sinabi kanina na, neurobiologically kasi ito, kung may cravings pa siya about dun sa connection niyo dalawa or sa pleasure that came from that setup, the more you kind of stay around even after the breakup, mas feed mo yung yung hunger na yan, mas pinapatagal mo lang. So parang let's say parang sa addiction, cut it off clean. And then she can cut it off clean para mas mas maayos yung kanyang recovery. Na hindi yung binibigyan mo pa ng...
Yeah, so parang treat it as like a breakup.
Yeah, treat it as
talaga.
a breakup.
Na parang just because you're not friends with benefits anymore doesn't mean that you can be friends right away.
I think you need to give each other time to, I guess in a way, mourn the loss. Even if it's not like a committed relationship. It's still a loss of something that was...
Oh my God, it's so complicated. So basically, it's like a,
I think so.
It's like dating.
Kasi I think it's very hard naman to expect na you've been doing it and then break kayo and then you still see each other a lot.
Yeah nga.
Parang matitempt ka lang yun. Or kung mayroon man nasaktan sa'yo dahil iba yung expectations, ma-hurt ka lang yun. So I don't think it's healthy. So give each other like a few weeks, a few months to sort of distance yourself from each other. Because kung barkada man kayo, don't hang out na kayo ng dalawa. Always hang out in groups.
It's so stressful. This is why I don't date within my circle. Oh my God. Well, if you have any experience, let us know in the comments. Or let us know on Instagram. We have an Instagram account. That's the best way to communicate with us. It's at TheraPop. TheraPop Pod. You know, that's the question. Is the friends with benefits arrangement just like dating? No, yun nga. Kasi if you're gonna break up the same way as you break up with a date or someone you're dating with, maybe even it's heavier pa kasi you're friends. Kasi mas magbabago yung friendship nyo versus like a date who you just met. Balitaan nyo na lang kami kasi wala talaga akong alam.
What about yung question na after all of this conversation tonight, do you think friends with benefits can really work? Kasi yung tanong dun is...
Statistically, yes.
At ang tanong ba dun is parang, is it possible na friends pa rin kayo? Di ba yung tanong?
Yeah, after.
Statistically, yes daw. Pero it's really kind of tricky and medyo maraming kailangan navigate na landmines na paano hindi ma-in love o magka-develop ng feelings yung isa.
How do you know when it's time to progress this friends with benefits arrangement with the other person into an actual relationship together?
Well, dun sa movies na nire-review natin tonight,
Yeah.
yung kay Justin and kay Mila,
Umakyat sila ng Hollywood side.
basically, di ba, nung umalis si Mila and hinanap-hanap siya ni Justin and Justin just really felt like parang nothing else was the same anymore pag nawala na si Mila sa eksena. So, I guess from that movie, ang sinasabi niya when you feel like you just can't be as happy without that other person there.
So, it's been a day.
Ha? One day naman. Hindi.
It seemed like, let's say, it's been a week.
Hindi baka naman months yun.
Oh, I don't think so.
Hey, you and I, 1 month lang tayo, naging tayo na.
Yeah, okay, fine.
We basically didn't know each other at all.
Yeah, pero kasi first date pa lang, diretso tayo sa psychoanalyze deep
Don't you
questions.
think Justin and Mila were like that? Na parang sobrang click nila?
Okay, yeah,
Parang
maybe.
best friends level.
Maybe, yeah, actually.
Diba? Even the most intimate stuff na both of them would never tell anybody else in their lives. They got to the point pretty quickly where they felt very comfortable about each other. Pero yun nga, diba? Kasi I think sex is one way for you to be emotionally vulnerable. It will lead to emotional vulnerability for you to open up. Kaya ang taas talaga ng likelihood na may in love ka talaga.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then yung kay Natalie and Ashton, medyo imbalanced sila. Natalie's like very cold. Ashton is like a golden retriever puppy trying to chase after her.
Yeah.
And trying to be romantic, even though...
Pero in the end, si Natalie yung di ba siya yung parang nag-character arc.
Yeah, because she's the one who needed the work eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, diba?
Kay Natalie, kay Ashton yung yung sa wedding siya ng sister niya, and then she called Ashton, and then she drove all the way from the wedding to Ashton's house, and then Ashton arrived na may kasama ibang girl. Remember that? Si Amanda Peet ba yan? Or no, not Amanda Peet. The other girl,
Okay,
kasama
yeah,
niya.
the girl.
And then, nagtago siya sa bushes. And
Amanda Peet and Ashton Kutcher, they have a movie.
Yeah, they have a different
Yeah.
movie. Pero hindi, nagtago siya sa bushes si Natalie. And then, nagkasakit yung tatay ni Ashton. Ashton went to the hospital. And Natalie found out na nandun, yun yung nangyari sa tatay niya. So, pinuntahan niya si Ashton sa hospital. So, outside the hospital sila nag-rendezvous.
Rendezvous. Yeah. Okay, so, I guess yun. You know when it's time to be in a relationship with your friends with benefits. When? Pag-trip nyo na isa't isa.
Yeah, basically when you know na hindi na to enough.
You want something more.
Yeah, when you know na hindi lang enough yung physical satisfaction, na there's something deeper that you want with that person.
Yeah, and I guess you want a label? That might be part of it. I don't want to be called just a friend anymore.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to be a lover with benefits. A jowa with benefits.
Or basically, you can already imagine a long-term future. Kasi kung tutusin, wala namang masyadong tumatagal ng 10 years na friends with benefits lang kayo. So, if you actually feel like you want something more long-term, definitely you're gonna have to step it up. Hindi talaga pwedeng full-bore friends with benefits lang kayo.
Yeah.
But so, ano lesson mo for today? Step it up.
What did I learn? It's really complicated my learning is I can never be in a friends with benefits situation. Obviously, I'm married.
Ano before ba?
Yun nga, parang I really don't like dating within the circle kasi it'll be complicated. Especially for example, if it doesn't work out, it'll be awkward since you'll be seeing that person. Yeah, that's my learning. I don't think I can do it. It's too complicated and it's too messy. Yeah.
Ako, I don't know, not with friends, not, what I remember most from these two movies, kung paano magsulat ng, ng Valentine's card ang isang doktor.
How?
Kasi Natalie wrote that card,
Oh,
na parang you gave me premature ventricular contractions.
Oh my God.
Pero seriously, yeah, I think as in every relationship, whether it's friends with benefits or a more romantic one, more committed one, because communication is key. You really have to be honest and communicate ano ba yung intentions mo. Para naman wala namang na-hurt dyan ng unnecessary.
Yes. And if you want to communicate with us, transition. Ang galing ko segue. If you want to communicate with us, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at TheraPop Pod. So you can get more updates and, I don't know, a preview of the next episode.
What's our next episode?
Next episode, we will be talking about Kevin's favorite movie of all time. I've seen this movie.
Crazy Rich Asians!
I've seen this movie. Siguro mga 10 times na.
Grabe ka naman. Hindi naman 10 times.
I mean, hindi ako nag-reklamo kasi I like Singapore. But like, Kevin...
No, guys, I love this movie, guys.
Maybe you'll explain next.
Mama's boy talaga si Nick Young.
Yeah, he'll explain why in the next episode. And he'll also explain why he loves this movie so much. That's it. Thank you guys for joining us today. I was gonna say tonight only because it's evening. But kung ano mong oras nyo pinapakinggan to, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Only here
At TheraPop. Bye!